Hello and welcome to Project Apex Live Mastermind for Project Apex team in Digital Outlook. Hello and welcome to Project Apex Live Mastermind for Project Apex team in Digital Outlook. Hello and welcome.
It's okay, Alex.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Live Mastermind for Project Apex team in Digital Outlook. Okay, are we good? Hey, sorry about technical difficulties. You know, like this is going to show you that even welcome.
It's okay, Alex.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Mastermind for Project Apex. Hold on a second.
You have to pause. You have to pause your page or go out from the page. If not, yeah, okay.
Well, like I said, whenever we have technical difficulties, you know, you're breaking stuff along the way. You know, this is how you're going to succeed. So, just shows you in real life that that we all have technical issues, but it doesn't stop us from making life-changing income. This is what it's all about. So, I want to address a lot of. I want to really welcome a lot of. We have a lot of leaders on the panel tonight. People from all over the world. People that making things happen. People that live full time on the internet and make awesome and have awesome lifestyle. And I want to welcome all of our new members, dollar trial members, people that maybe joined today, people that may be watching the replay, people that maybe joined just a couple of days ago, people maybe that upgraded to Rise or Ascent or Peak or even Apex level like today. Congrats to Julie, she went all in at Apex level, and this is what drives me, because people see the big picture. We have also a guest, Jared, who's been online for a couple of months, and now, like just yesterday, he had like $14,000 a day or $15,000 a day. I'm not sure. He's going to share his story with you guys. So ultimately, the purpose of this mastermind and training is really to help you guys to see the big picture, because what's happening right now, I've been online for over 9 years now. I never seen a company grow this fast and duplicate so fast, and we're going to show you the proof, because always about the proof, right? I'm always straight up shooter. I don't like to sugarcoat things, right? And I want to show you guys what's real and what's not. And this thing drives me, like, pumps me up every single day when I wake up, just to see how many people made commissions. Like, we have this Facebook group, and the success stories keep scrolling every single day. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're brand new, what you need to do is complete 18 steps. Right? Well, I just told you the secret. There's 18 steps. So what you need to do is you need to work with your coach, right, and really follow them to a T, because this is exactly what happened to us. We followed the system to a T. Right now, personally, I crossed $250,000 in commissions for the last 4 months, which is not too bad at all, you know, and it's only going to get better. We have people that you know, just like Jared just started recently, you know, had like already like a 5-figure day, which is absolutely unheard of, if you know what I mean. So let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Then I'm going to introduce all awesome guests on this panel, because we have people actually even from Europe, where it's I think it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, and they have no excuses. They're here with us. We have Paul on the line. We have Sylvia on the line. We have people from the United States of America as well. We have Mark. We have Jason from Texas. We got Jared. We got Anna Z doing some administrative work in the background while we're doing this awesome presentation for you. So make sure you have pens and paper ready so you can take down the notes. I want to show you guys something really, really awesome. So let me see if I can share the screen. Let me see, share the screen. Entire screen, share. You guys should be able to see it now. Hopefully. And what I want to show you guys is this. I want to show you guys the big picture. So this is not to brag. This is not to really brag, rub it in your face, if you will. This is really to inspire you guys that you're in the right place. You made the right decision by joining Project Apex. And your future looks bright if you take massive action, if you complete all the steps with the coaches. So today we had like over $14,000, yesterday almost $4,000. Last 30 days, over $90,000. And let me show you what else you also get. You also get the car bonus, right? You also get car bonus. Company actually going to pay for the car of your dreams, right? It's going to pay whatever your car is. For me, it's BMW. Maybe for you, it's Maserati. Maybe it's Mercedes. Maybe it's Lexus. Whatever it is for you, you know, the company is actually going to pay you a $1,500 bonus every single month, up to $1,500 every single month, and you can drive a car of your choice. How cool is that? That's what I want to know. Put it in the comments below. You have comments below this video. You have questions, you're welcome to interact with our guests, with our presenters, with our hosts. So let's make it a fun night for everybody. Let's check the leaderboards as well. Let's see what's going on with the leaderboards. We got full prizes up for grabs, guys. We have a grand prize, which is Maserati Gran Turismo. All right, how cool is this? This is like really, really expensive and a nice car, right? Let's not forget also we got number 2 prize, which is the private yacht for your friends and your family that you get to take, I think, for the whole week. With its fully staffed yacht, with all the service, all the amenities you can imagine, with everything inclusive. How cool is this? What kind of story you can tell to your friends and family when you get from that yacht, right? Now, number 3 prize, on the 3rd place, we got a private chef, which will do breakfast, which will do lunch and dinner for you for 6 months. How cool is that? You know, all the parents out there who have no time to cook for the families and kids, now you get your private chef, right? Let's not forget all the daredevils out there. You know, how about Ducati motorcycle, right? It's over $100,000 motorcycle that you can earn and the company is going to pay for. And we also got the Sea-Doo jet skis for all those daredevils as well. I love jet skis as well, you know. And we got much more prizes. Now, let's see who is on leaderboards. Project Apex, Joshua Elder, congrats, man, number 8. So it just shows you that our team is number 1 and we're actually crushing the leaderboards. Marvin Benny, Project Apex, number 13. Aaron and Cher is actually on our team as well, number 14. Congrats. Jared, holy moly, look at this. This is a brand new guy. I mean, like, never done this before. Joined this business, I believe, on the poll a couple of months ago, and follow his advice to a T, right? He never questioned anything. This is shows the proof that if you don't question stuff, if you really get out from, like, really empty your cup, if you will, right, and you actually start following advices and the steps that coaches are telling you, this is the kind of results you can get. This is crazy, man. Jared, congrats. This is absolutely amazing. I'm blown away. Number 10 out of thousands of affiliates. This is crazy, man. And I'm number 3. All right, so I'm number 3 as well. And number 1 is just actually on our team as well. So this just shows you the proof that we know what we're doing. We're not blowing smoke. We show you guys stuff that works. This top income earners. Let's edify everybody who's on our team. Well, we got Jesse, number 2. We got this guy, Alex Zubarev, that would be me, number 4. We got Polo, number 9. We got Joshua, number 10. Congrats, guys. This is awesome. We're absolutely crushing and dominating leaderboards, sign-ups as well. I mean, this is great. Alfredo, congrats, man. Number 10 on sign-ups. Wow, all time. This is awesome. Absolutely amazing. So, so this shows you what you need to do. Okay, what you need to do when you start. When you log into your back office, this is what you need to do. You got to click on this button and call your coach, right? Schedule your appointment as soon as you start, because there's literally over 700 people joining every single day, so the coaches get busy, and their calendars might be booked by 2 or 3 days, but don't worry about it, because as soon as you schedule the call, you can add it to your calendar and the coach's calendar, and you guys start going through the system step by step. So this is what you need to do. If you're brand new, start here. Call your coach. He's going to help you. He's going to answer all your questions. He's going to build a business plan for you to hit the income level that you desire. All right? Absolutely desire. And least but not last, let's not forget, we have awesome event coming up in Las Vegas. And we're going to have a lot of fun there. And who doesn't want to go to Vegas? I mean, you know what I mean? This is like the ultimate destination for most people, and it's really easy to get to, and it's not expensive to get to, right? So this is where you're going to have your breakthrough, because I tell you my story, guys. Actually, let me share. Let me stop sharing. I want to really look you in the eyes and share my story. Let me stop sharing and really talk to you like kind of like heart to heart. So when I started online, I struggled. I struggled for a very long time. Why? Because I would not listen to my mentors. I would not listen to people that were making money I wanted to make. And I had, plus my family did not support my business. Can you say amen to that? My family did not support my business. As a matter of fact, my wife, Anna Z, I always call her proud member of Skeptic Society because she was always so skeptical to anything outside of like a normal job, if you will, if you want to call it normal, being a slave for the rest of your life. But she always was skeptical, and until I started making money, she really did not believe in me. She did, but no matter, I decided that I'm going to do whatever it takes for my kids, right? I'm going to succeed no matter what. I'm going to ignore all the naysayers, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, right? But unfortunately for me, I did not have the mentors that you have right now. This is like the other side of the coin that's good for you, right? Because you're in a unique position because you have direct access to all these mentors. Myself, Paula, Silvio, Jason, Jared, Anna, and all the seven-figure coaches that are inside of Digital Altitude who actually know what you need to do, right? They actually can help you, right? Hold your hand and help you step by step. So I didn't have that. So I struggled. I was disappointed. I was really, get to a point where it's really like your credit card's maxed out and your back is against the wall like this, and you have like this much faith in yourself, with this much belief, because you haven't created results yet. But at the same time, I listened to one of my mentors, and my mentor told me, Alex, what you need to do really is go to your live event, to the first live event, and meet the people that you are following online, and really see how real they are. Because we're all kind of like online, and we're kind of like skeptical. Like we see people posting screenshots, and it's hard to believe, especially if you have a corporate job. Maybe you're making 6 figures a year, but now people posting screenshots, they're making 6 figures a month, and you're like the whole paradigm, the whole belief level, it just shatters your belief level, right? It's hard to believe. So what happened was, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go to that event. I'm gonna meet those people and see how real they are, right? At that point, I was actually afraid of flying. Believe it or not, I was afraid of flying. I had phobia of flying, right? So I decided to drive in a car from New York to Atlanta for 20 hours. All right, 20 hours I drove. And when I got there, you know what happened? You know what happened? After that event, it completely transformed I completely changed, right? I came back, my wife told me that she did not recognize me. I spoke differently. My belief level changed, and it was just something different about me. Fast forward a couple of years, I made over $1 million in commissions in that company because of that event. If I did not go, if I gave to my excuses not to go, none of this would have happened. I probably would be stuck in a corporate job, living paycheck to paycheck, hating my life, And you know what? I want to pass the microphone around. I want you guys to hear just my story, because there's multiple stories that we're going to share with you tonight to help you really get to the next level. So let me pass the microphone to my good friend Paulo Barroso from UK, where I think it's like 2 a.m. right now. So he has no excuses. He wants to help you guys. So Paul, unmute yourself and share your story, man.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm Paolo, by the way. I'm in the UK, in London. Alex is right. It's just past 2 o'clock in the morning, and I am still awake. And to share briefly my story, and I'm going to be really quick, guys, because there's other panelists here that obviously have awesome stories to share with you as well. And my story is just to inspire you and make you guys believe that anybody on this call can do this. I sincerely can say that I can look through this camera and basically tell you guys you can do this. I was a broke marketer for many, many years. My background was actually printing. I arrived from Portugal when I was 18. I got into the printing industry, which I worked for like 20 years. It wasn't really my passion. I did it because I had a family and 2 kids. I paid the bills, but it wasn't really my call. Got into internet marketing just by chance, and I was grinding for many, many years. I'm talking about maybe 7 to 8 years where I was just jumping from one program to another, trying to make commissions online. All I did, I just lost money. And it wasn't really until I found a system and a mentor that sat down with me actually and taught me how to change my mindset first of all, and then generate traffic and learn all these marketing strategies, which, by the way, this company teaches you. That's only then that I start seeing success. And by the way, this has been only like 4 years ago, so I was grinding for a long, long time before I, obviously by chance, met someone who's genuine and taught me internet marketing. So fast forward today, Digital Attitude, which is the company that I represent, my team having awesome results, 1.2 million so far in 4 months in group sales, by the way, not my personal income. But I've never been in a company where everybody, I mean, obviously not everybody, but most everybody can succeed. And the reason being is because the products are awesome, they convert. We've got coaches that close all the calls for you, meaning if you are a newbie, you don't have to do any selling. So everything is done for you. And what I like about this company is it's a truly earn as you learn. And what I mean by that is while the coaches are closing your sales, you don't just sit in your butt and do nothing. You're actually learning, because we've got digital products that teaches you how to become an entrepreneur, how to become your own boss, and teaches you about traffic, and it teaches you about marketing strategies that really nobody else is talking about. And we can learn this in Digital Attitude, guys. So this is why I'm pumped about being with this company. I'm pumped about going to Vegas and meet the Light team members that will be flying there to obviously hang out with 6 and 7 and 8 figure earners. Guys, this company is brand new. It's been on for about 5 months, but we've got big plans, long term. We're here to stay. We're here to change people's lives. So the income that I was just mentioning earlier, it wasn't to brag or to say, look how good I am, but it's just to basically show you possibilities that people who are newbies, and I've got a guy here on the panel called Jared who will be introducing himself in a minute. He's on my team. He's completely a newbie. He came into Digital Attitude maybe 2 months ago. I could be wrong, but maybe a month or two ago. And I want you guys to hear his story. A complete newbie, guys, that he just had, his cup was empty. So anything that I told him, guess what? He went and do it. So you don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be you don't have to have a large list in order to make money with this company. Anybody who just empties his cup and just does, just follows the instructions, follows the simple steps that we actually give out, and just follows that. I mean, I can't guarantee that you gotta obviously have success, because that's against the FTC rules. I can't guarantee anything, but it's very likely that if you follow the steps, like Jared did, and I'm looking forward to hear his story. I want him to share his story with you guys. It's very, very likely that you have similar results. So with that said, I want to compress this story really short, and thanks for listening to me tonight. I appreciate you for being here. I want you guys just to pay very close attention to what the other panelists will be saying here tonight. Okay, we're not actors, we're just genuine people. We're here to help you, and this system, I truly believe, that can help you as well. So with that said, Alex, thanks for having me on tonight, buddy, and over to you. Thank you.
Absolutely, Paul. Your story is a lot similar to mine, because you mentioned you had a printing job. I actually had I used to work at a publishing company as well, in my corporate job. So we're kind of like brothers, you know what I mean? You're from UK, I'm from United States, originally from Ukraine, came to this country, with $10 in my pocket, big dreams, and maybe a typical, maybe a not typical immigrant story, but I came to this country because it's a land of opportunity. It's first of all, it's a land of opportunity, not a job, because anyone here can succeed. Anyone here can create an incredible lifestyle, and this company allows you to do so. You just have to plug in and follow the steps, follow what the coaches are telling you, because they're with your best interest, because I met them all. We actually had leadership retreat in Cancun, Mexico. Paula was there as well, and we had tons of other leaders, and we met all of the coaches, top 15 coaches in the company. Awesome people to hang out, and you get to hang out with them. Guess where? In Las Vegas, right? So there's before I pass the microphone to the next awesome panelist, I want to tell you something. There's going to be something towards the end of this hangout, so stick to that, because we're going to reveal something cool for you as well. So Paula was talking about Jared. So Jared, it's your time, man. It's your time, man, to shine. Share your story with the world. Tell people what's your background, where you're coming from, and how long you've been online, and what kind of results you generated so far with the company.
All right, thank you, Alex. Well, guess what? I actually started in printing as well.
Wow.
No kidding.
This is awesome.
But with that, I found it was a dead-end job, so I decided to go back to school. I went to X-ray school. It was 2 years. Met my wife in the hospital. Got married, had 2 kids. Started doing ultrasound as well. So now I'm currently working at a vein practice full time. I'm the only sonographer, so I'm pretty busy. Back in January, I believe, I thought, I think there's got to be another way to make money, and I wanted to just try to find something. So I started looking online. How do you make money online? And I tried multiple things. Nothing seemed to really generate anything for me. It was in June that I obviously clicked on Paula's link and ended up with Digital Altitude. And right from the get-go, I just knew, I felt like it was the right thing. So I kind of sped through all of my steps because I was so excited. I just couldn't wait to get to the next step. Couldn't wait for the coach to unlock things. But it just happened, and I went behind my wife's back, and I actually took out a loan from the bank. I took out from my 401k. I just found the money any way I could. It's unbelievable, and I was just able to do it. Of course, once she found out, she was a little upset with me, but she's happy now, now that she sees the results. So started in January with my June with my $1 trial, and started running traffic. It was the end of July. Got my first sale, I think, a week or 2 weeks later, and it just escalated from there, and it's been amazing. So far, it's just been a month, and I've made $15,000. So that's pretty awesome. I've have the $1,000 car bonus so far, so that's cool too. So I need to keep the trend going.
Jared, I'm gonna interrupt you for 1 second, bro.
Sure.
I just want to really emphasize that this is so untypical for home business industry, for a brand new person to come in and generate $15,000 in one sale in less than 2 months now, less than a month or something like that. This is absolutely untypical, and this is back to you, man.
Basically, really listen to what Paula said. You need to listen to your coaches. You need to listen to your sponsor. There's so much out there that there's so much that they can give you in their leadership. They've already experienced things. They can really guide you and inspire you, because it was really the inspiration that helped me just say, you know what, I can do this. And that's how I got to the point that I'm at. Another important thing is I went all in. I didn't want to pass up any of these sales. So if I was still at Rise, the person that went to Apex, I wouldn't have got that sale. Paula would have got it. Sorry, Paula, but I'm happy, and it's what you need to do if you can.
Jared, I really appreciate you for sharing that, man, because a lot of people that are actually on my team and they're at Rise or Ascend and they're scared to actually go all in, because obviously it includes there's a cost involved. But what I like about you was you had the winner's mentality, man, and I appreciate you for that. You just thought, you know what, I'm going to go all in because I believe in this. I believe this is going to be my ticket to success to your end goal, and you did it, man. And you speaking from a position of authority, and I appreciate you for that. And if everyone could get this, when you speak from a position of authority and you are all in, the people that you got to attract to your business, guess what kind of people they got to be? You got to be all into. This is why Jared is having success. Guys, can you see a trend here? Jared went all in. He's bringing people all into his team. Why? Because he's speaking from a position of authority. So when people ask Jared, "Hey man, what position are you in a digital attitude? Are you all in, or are you all in yourself?" And he says yes. He can look people in the eye and actually speak from a position of authority and tell everyone, "I own the products. I believe in this company." And guess what? Because he's on that vibrational level, guess what people is he going to attract? People who go all in. And the people who don't want to go all in, I'm sorry to say, but what kind of people do you think they will attract to their business? People who don't want to go all in. I hope this makes sense. I'm going to keep this short because I can't really obviously take over the webinar and explain this in further, with a further explanation. But if you guys want to hit me up privately or even in Vegas, I will explain this concept in a very, very easy way, because when I got this changed my business, because I can go into any business now and dominate it. I don't have to be number one, but I can dominate it. I can make a lot of money now because I understand this concept. And Jared, thanks very much for sharing your story, man. I appreciate you.
Much.
Thanks for believing in it, guy. And dude, you are winning because you've got the winner's mentality. You went all in.
Thank you.
And I know this sounds like it's bullshit that I'm just saying this for people to go all in, but it works. And I learned this from my mentor, a guy who makes 10 times, 20 times more than all of us here together. I've learned that from my mentor. So guys, go all in, have that position, have that authority that you can look people in the eye and say, you know what, I'm all in. And guess what people you got to bring into your business, all in as well. So with that said, I'll let Alex take over. Over to you, Alex. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I mean, that's actually a really powerful concept, and it actually works because it cannot work otherwise. Because put it this way: imagine like you're selling, like let's say you're a car salesperson, right? You're selling BMWs. You work for BMW dealership, for example, and the customer or prospect comes into the parking lot and he likes this brand new 750, Li with the long body, and he's asking you, well, he starts asking you about the different features of the car, and then he turns around and asking you, like, what do you drive? And then if you're not actually driving BMW, but actually selling them only, right, you don't have that moral authority. You can't really be passionate about it because you're driving maybe a Buick, right? Maybe you're driving a Hyundai, So you cannot really sell. If this makes sense to you guys, like you can't really, like what Paula said, really come from the position of confidence and authority if you don't have those products, if you're not all in, if you're not at apex level. You don't expect people to, you're not going to get people at apex level because it's just something that's works on the subconscious mind, if you will, that kind of like the universe like kind of stops you from achieving that success because you mentally, physically not all in, right? It's like you're testing the water with a toe, right? You're not sure if the water is cold, if the water is warm in the pool. You gotta dive in, man. You gotta have faith, and you gotta make things happen. Like Jared, man, this is incredible story. So thanks for sharing that, man. And I know you're gonna inspire a lot of people, and people are gonna follow you in the footsteps. And gonna create a lot of success stories that gonna be speaking from the stages of the world.
Thank you.
So with that, let's pass the microphone to. Let's give you guys a different angle. There's a guy that came into my team, I would say about 6 months ago, and he actually comes from a traditional offline business. He's actually oral surgeon, right? So, and he's going to give you a different perspective on business because a lot of people say it's a lot of money to get all in, which is complete nonsense, I would say. My son loves to say that word, so I'm constantly going to say that word now. He's only 5 years old. But Mark Shankman, he's coming from a traditional business background. He went to school for like 12 years to become a dentist. So I don't want to steal the light from you, man. Share the story with the world and where you're coming from and what's your what's driving you, man, and why are you here? Why is it so different from anything else out there?
Yeah, man. So, hey, everybody. Mark Shankman here. I'm from the Massachusetts area. And honestly, I think I'm on this panel to raise the energy level. Man, that's what I'm here for. I got to tell you, I am, just like Alex said, I'm an oral surgeon. I'm a single dad of 4. So when anybody ever talks to me about not having enough time to do this, man, that is the biggest load of crap I ever heard, okay? I have a practice of my own. I have 7 employees. I come home, I manage 4 kids on my own, ages 14 through 8, and then I get them to bed, and then I sit down in front of my computer and I do this, okay? You make the time. If you want to be successful, you will find the time. If you want to be successful, you will find the money. There are no excuses. The only thing that will stop you is you. That's it, man. I will tell you that I followed Alex from the previous company he was in for one simple reason. Before I even knew what Digital Altitude was, I got on board because I knew Alex, and I knew Alex was a winner, and I knew he was successful, and I knew how he knew how to make me successful. And I've been successful in other areas of my life, but I followed him to this because of that one reason. When you find people who will transform who you are and make you into something better than you were before, then you follow those people to the ends of the earth. And you know, anything Alex ever does, I take and I model after him all the time. I do what Alex does because he's where I want to be. And much like Jared, I'm pretty new to this industry. Let me give you a little bit of my background. I started in this back in January of 2016, so I'm still a real newbie also. I was in that previous company and really struggled. I really, I got into the industry really for one simple reason. I was going through a really, really nasty divorce, and my mind, I knew that I was constantly coming from a place of scarcity mindset. I was coming from a place where I used to be a really half full glass kind of guy, and I went from that to the glass is friggin' empty. And I just hated the way I was thinking, and I knew that I needed to change the way that I thought about things. And I really got into the previous company because I saw the potential for personal growth. The more you find out about internet marketing, and the more you find out about this type of opportunity, the more you realize the only thing that limits you is you and what's between these ears. Mindset is absolutely critical to your success and your growth. Then I came over with Alex to Digital Altitude, and ever since then, it's just been uphill from there. As opposed to Jared, I've been doing this about 5 weeks now, marketing Digital Altitude. I'm pretty actually satisfied with my 1,500, or actually I'm up to about 1,700 now. Put in over 200 people in my business, and for me, I feel like I'm up at the top of the hill, and I'm just waiting to kind of go over the cliff and get that snowball rolling big. So, the one thing that I have that I think everybody on this panel has is just tremendous belief. I know without a doubt, 100% certainty, that this is an incredible opportunity, a system that has all the pieces in place, that anybody that possibly comes into the system and puts in the work and listens and pays attention to their coaches and their mentors will be successful. You will. It's just as simple as that. The only thing that can get you to fail is for you to quit. That's it. Outside of that, everybody's level of success is different, and what's important to them is different. But there's no question you can succeed. Even when we talk about money in this company, Alex brought me on. I think one of the reasons I'm here is because I did go to school for 12 years post high school, borrowed close to $200,000 for my education. Spent 12 years of blood, sweat, and tears 4 years in a hospital program doing 100 hours a week for pittance, up in the middle of the night, sewing people's faces back together on drunk, crackheads, and, just being tortured for 4 years, and to come out to, with a ton of debt. I bought my practice from an existing doctor, $575,000 to buy my practice with absolutely zero guarantees that I would make 1 penny. All right, so I'm in the hole for $200,000 for school, $575,000 for my practice. I had to make $10,000 a month payments to the guy I bought the practice from, hoping and praying that I could make that money back. So let me tell you something. When people talk about I need guarantees, there are no guarantees in life. The only guarantee is if you put in the work and you want it as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful. If you're thinking that the money's just going to fall out of the sky, you're going to shake some magic money vine and money's just going to fall down out of the sky, then it won't work for you. But there's no question you got to put in the work. It's as simple as that. And I've been very successful in my practice, and lots of people ask me, man, I have people all the time going, dude, you're a doctor. And I do. I make 6 figures now. But I looked at what Alex was doing, and I said, wait a minute, let me make sure I understand this. I can make 6 figures, forget in a year. I can make 6 figures in a month doing this a couple hours a day instead of slaving away in my practice for 10, 12 hours dealing with the headaches of running 7 employees and all the headaches, the interpersonal crap that goes along with that, and government intervention and regulation and just all the stuff that goes along with traditional business. And I can do this and make 5 times the amount of money and be home with my children and watch my kids grow instead of hearing about it from my nanny. It was a no-brainer to me. Total no-brainer. And I love when people ask me that question, why are you doing this? It's simple, really simple. All right, I think I used up a lot of my time, so I'm gonna pass the mic over. Thanks for letting me speak, Alex.
That's awesome, Mark. That's awesome, Mike. That's a really, you really have great perspective, because a lot of my teammates, not doctors, they're not lawyers, and it's good to have that perspective, because look, like traditional franchise, for example, it's like we all come here to this country, like, how can we make a lot of money? Well, there's a traditional franchise way, right? You can buy McDonald's or Burger King or something like that, but in New York, where I live, it's like at least $1.5 million, right? And once you buy that, then you have to pay like, I don't know, like $60,000 royalty fee to the company every year, right? And there's no guarantees, right? Well, the only thing you got guaranteed, you're gonna work your ass off, basically, right? You're gonna work like 100 hours a week. You're never gonna see your family. You're never gonna see the kids. Those teenagers gonna steal the cash from the registers. Yeah, and that's the type of that's what the franchise is all about. If you really put in work, maybe in 5 years from now, you're gonna pay it off, and then you're gonna start making money. It's worse than a job, honestly, if you look at it. Like, it's actually like job multiplied by 100. That's how tough franchises are. So when you have opportunities such as Digital Outlet, which is a digital franchise that doesn't cost millions of dollars, but actually can provide those millions of dollars for you, and I'm gonna introduce you to a guy who made millions of dollars online, and he's gonna give you his angle, his story, why he's here, why he's excited, why his team is excited to be here, because it's gonna really bring it home for you. Because if someone who, because a lot of people say, like, oh, Alex, like, I don't speak English, oh, Alex, like, I don't know how to use computers. You know what? When I came to this country, I could not say a word in English, right? I did not have money. I only had $10 in my pocket, right? So there's no excuses that I can actually take at this point, honestly, because I can scratch any excuse you might have. It's all about how bad do you want it, how bad do you want to really change your life and take your life to the next level. So without further ado, I want to pass the microphone to Silvia Fortunato from Portugal, from Europe, who is here, I don't know, it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. He's here to really help you guys to really get this.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. We are talking about going to events, and 20 years ago, I get in contact with with a different angle of life, a different way of living life. And I was the lucky to, after a few days of knowing something different, I decided immediately to go to the first event of the company. It was 20 years ago. Cesarina was pregnant. He has seven months pregnant, and we go by bus. The team rent a bus. We're going by bus with Cesarina with a big belly, 7 months, no excuses, and we go by bus from Portugal to Spain to this event. I put my hat off to Cesarina because she was really courage to go by bus a lot, almost a day, going by bus with the big belly. With João, she was pregnant of our first kid, but we really want to change our life. You know, we really want, and there was no excuses, and we know that we need to listen different things that all our friends, the people that we know, they speak a language that everybody speaks, so they have the results that everybody have. And I listened that there is a chance to have a really different life that we can have. And in this event, I find out that we don't need to have a job. We don't have to have in a corporate world to be successful. That we can do it completely different of everybody is doing, and really we can have a life of freedom, working from home, working wherever we want, with wherever we want, and we can travel the world, and we can really raise our kids, not having a lot of work and a lot of stress and all these kind of things. And a lot of people, when they listen this, they think this is utopic, that doesn't exist. And imagine 20 years ago, no one talked about that things, you know. And I was lucky to be and to decide that day that there is an event. We don't have money, and Cesarina has this situation, and we go by bus, you know. And because of this decision, was a tough decision to us. We don't have money and so on, but we go there, and because of that, our life changed completely, because our mindset changed. We see that if we really dream big, if we are really focused in our dreams, and if we really have a plan and focus on this plan and do wherever it takes, with how long it takes, we can really have a different life. And with this we learned it 20 years ago in an event. So the life changed magically in one day? No. But the angle that we start to see life change completely, you know, and sometimes 2 degrees to the left or to the right makes the complete difference. Of course, all these 20 years, it was not always easy, and I go to all the events. On these 20 years, I never, ever miss an event. And sometimes I make all the sacrifice in the world. There is no time here to explain, but a lot of times I travel without any money, with coins on my pockets. I sleep with. I can explain a lot of things, but I don't have time here. But I do whatever it takes, how long it takes, and I never, ever miss an event. Why? Because I know that I really, for things to change, I first need to change first. You know what I mean? So the best way to change is an environment full of people that have the things that I want in life. Not listen my neighbors, or don't listen my friends that they don't have the things that I want, you know. Listen the people that really have the things that I want. And thank God that I take all the decisions, even if I don't have money, even if it's really, really difficult, I always take the decision to go. So if I was in your shoes, if you have $1 trial, or if you have all the products, it doesn't matter if you have money, if you don't have money, I don't care. If you really, really want to change your life, go to the event, period. Okay? So with that, I gained the most important thing, that it's the mindset. The mindset. I start with this system 1 month ago, and why I decided to choose Digital Altitude and this team, Alex and Paulo, this team. It's really funny. All these years, I go to the events. I dream one day to be on stage, you know, and I get on stage a few years after. But another dream that I have is to see my kids. My kids, I bring them to all the events that I can, to the holidays, to the travels that the companies pay to us. We travel through a lot of places and all crazy stuff, and I try to bring my kids all the time with me. You know what I mean? And they grow up on this environment. They go to high school, they finish college, the older one, the other one takes only 1 year, and my dream was always work with them. And all these years they see me and Cesarina having a life that no other parents of their friends have. They see me working from home wherever I want, travel the world, do crazy stuff, and they go with us, and it's impossible for them to think to have a job or to be in the corporate world. They are raised in another level of thinking, and they are raised on another level of see the world. You know what I mean? And they are so lucky, because I take 22 years, not 22 years, but the first 10 was really, really, really tough, you know. But I have the dream, and I never, 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 ever give up of my dream. And I see that today they have all the tools, they have all the things that they don't exist when I started. You know what I mean? So for them, it's much, much easier. For you that are starting right now with us, it's much, much, much easier than when we do stuff. You know what I mean? So I dream the day that they finish school and they decided that they want to work with me, and they decide to go for themselves, and they go to have the freedom or in the lifestyle that today the internet marketing world permits. So I know that they have to work, of course. Nothing will come from the sky, and they need few things. First, they need education, not the school education, but the really, really entrepreneur education and things, practical things that help them to go to the next step. So education. For that, I need to choose a system that have good products, have the best internet marketers in the world that really know what they are doing, and they have a system in place. We don't speak, well, I'm speaking here English, but we don't have any list. They don't have any list. My lists are in Portuguese and in Spanish markets. So, but I know that doesn't matter if we don't have lists or not. You know, we can start from scratch, and we are starting here from scratch, okay? Not with a mindset from zero. That's the most important thing. That's why you have to go to the event to get this mindset. So they need education. So I see all the systems that are in the internet now, and if they have a system that do most of the work for them, they don't need to have a name on the internet. They don't need to have experience on the internet. So the coaches are very, 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 very important part of the system. That's one of the main reasons that I choose this system. Because with the coaches, even if they have 22 years old, my son, my older son, they can do this business because it doesn't matter if they are older or not, if they are present, if they are presence on the internet or not, because the coaches do the upsell, all the work. They just have to drive traffic, and anyone can learn a few skills to drive the traffic, you know. So I choose a system that they don't have to have any internet marketing presence. And I choose this system, and now I have to choose how to work with. Okay, there is a lot of people that know a lot of things. There is a lot of people succeeding in this industry. I know a lot of them, and there is a lot of gurus there. But man, there is a few ones that they succeed, and at the same time have the team spirit. They want to succeed, but at the same time they don't feel good if the team don't succeed too. You know, and this is a completely different thing. You see, people that have experience look for the leaders to help them. But one thing is leaders that succeed and they worry and focus only on themselves. And another thing is leaders that succeed but at the same time help the team succeed. And this is very, very, very rare on this industry. You can name it people that really, really have success on this industry. We can name them by these hands. That at the same time succeeding in a team. Okay, I met Alex, I met Paulo in another company, and my team and Alex's team and Paulo's team was the team that have more people on the leaderboard. So this is the best parameter that you can look for to see if this leader is focused to help their team or not. You know what I mean? So the leaderboard don't lie. And this was not a coincidence that in the older company, Alex dominated the leaderboard, and in this company do the same thing. Why? Because he's focused on helping their team succeeding too. Put things in place, tools, these hangouts, all the things needed to him succeed, but the team succeed at the same time. So the leaderboard don't lie. So when I choose the system, I take care to choose the leader that can help me and my team at the same time. So it was no-brain decision to choose Paulo and Alex on the digital altitude because I see the leaderboards. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? So that's another way of doing things in team, having a team spirit. You know what I mean? So with this, I choose this company to really give the best platform for my kids to having the same lifestyle that I have and Cesarina have. You know what I mean? I don't give nothing to them. They have to work hard, but anyone here that have a dream, that really, really is serious about it, to focus really on this and to follow the instruction and don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. The worst thing most of the times is to having experience, because when you have experience, you complicate everything. You know, a good thing that Alex have is very simple. This step, and this step, period. So anyone that do this step, and this step that Alex tells, everything getting really, really simple. And I'm here. I'm ready to work very, very hard to help them to change their lives and to help everybody to change your life if you want. I changed mine long years ago, and believe me, I don't change my life for anything. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing today on the marketplace that can compete with this digital altitude system and the things that we have right now. Okay, period. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. Okay, sorry to take so long. I'm very, very, very excited, and we see all. And I wish to know you personally and to be with you on the Las Vegas event. Okay.
Right on, Sylvia, and it's awesome to hear your perspective because you're veteran in the industry. You come with, I want to say, the full package. I want to say with a lot of experience, big team, and this is the reason I chose this company as well because I don't just put my name behind anything because I do my research, then I make a move, right? And that's the reason I'm here because I see people succeeding from all sorts of backgrounds, people that have no experience, zero experience online, coming on board, just like Jared, who shared his story, right, of success with you guys. And this is why I'm here. This is why I fully support Digital Altitude. This is why I dropped everything and focused like a laser, right, and helping my team succeed here, right? This is why I'm here. And wanted to tell you guys there's a green button below this video that will take you to the next level in your life and business. Basically, it will allow you to meet us live, right? Something magical is going to happen to you when you meet us live. I cannot tell you what it is, but it's just the way it works because something magical happened to me a couple of years ago when I went to my first event, and the rest is history. Now I possess the knowledge and experience to really go to any company and dominate it, right? Just like Paula said, because once you have this knowledge, it's like there's a saying: feed the man the fish. You'll feed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life, right? So this is what it's all about. We're gonna teach you how to fish, right? So you don't have to rely on who is the president, what the election is all about, who's going to be the president of the country. You create your own economy and you print your own paycheck. This is what's so cool about being an entrepreneur and being aligned with the right platform, such as Digital Altitude, which is like a Ferrari. It's a Ferrari of opportunity, if you will. All we need to do is really learn how to drive this Ferrari to win the race. And this is what we're going to do for you in Las Vegas. You still have time. I mean, the tickets are flying off the shelf, but and I think I just got a message from corporate. They got another room blocked because the hotel was sold out like last week. So when you click the green button after you watch this hangout with us, you're gonna learn about incredible opportunity of a lifetime to actually meet myself, Paul, Silvio, Mark, Jason, who's about to speak as well, and Jared. And my wife, Anna Z, who is also known online as a social media queen, right? So with that, I actually want to give you perspective on because the biggest challenge for me was not the technical stuff, not the finance stuff. For me, it was time because I had a full-time job and the support in the family, which I did not have. Because my wife, like I said, was a proud member of Skeptic Society. She'll tell you her side of the story and why she changed when she came to the first live event and why she's so excited to be here with us and support our movement. So without further ado, Anna Z, take the microphone. The floor is yours.
Well, hey, everyone. Again, this is Anna Zubarev, the proud wife of Alex Zubarev for the past 17 years now. And first and foremost, I'm excited to be here. I've been kind of on the radar, hiding, spending time with our kids in upstate New York, where we have our house, our country home. But in about a week, we're going to come back here to New York City. Kids are going back to school. Life is going to be back to normal schedule, at least for me. For Alex, is always the same, kind of, working 24/7, 365. But for me, my schedule and my kids are the biggest priority. And social media has been my biggest world. And to date, I can just tell you one thing, guys. Coming on board with Alex in 2012, when my position had been eliminated, working for a Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, I worked there for 5 years. Before that, I worked in numerous other companies. So my background comes from corporate industry. I come from the place where people kind of came 9 to 5, did their thing, go back to home, and possibly saw their family 2 3 hours a day, and then there were the weekends. So that was my life then. In 2012, when I joined Alex, and I came with him to a very first company event. For me, it was Alex's second event. For me, it was first. This was in San Diego. Beautiful city. I fell in love with that place. But most importantly, what got me into joining my husband 100%, doing everything what he does, believing in him. I've always believed in him, otherwise I wouldn't be married to him. But most importantly, the businesses that he'd had before that were, every 3 months or so, it was different business here and there, but that was that. In 2012, when I joined him, and I came with him to the very first event, this was mind-blowing experience for me because first and foremost, again, I come from a corporate industry where people kind of two-faced people, where they come to work, they say, "Hi, how are you?" And on the other hand, they will backstab you saying, "Oh my God, you're doing such a poor job," and they were saying all those negative things about you to your manager. So when I came to this event and I saw all these people that were into personal development, they've spoken a different language to me, right? English is our second language. Both my husband and I immigrated to this country in 1992, so we've been here for quite a bit. But again, Russian is our primary language. This is the language that we speak at home with our kids because we want to grow them, with the same mentality as we have. But needless to say, the people that we met at this event was a completely different people that I've never had a chance to speak with. So at the time at my first event, Alex already made to a top 20 in the company. So we qualified to attend a mastermind, a retreat, a 3-hour ride around San Diego Bay on a private yacht. And again, I've never been on a yacht before. I mean, maybe there was like a little touristy thing around Manhattan and stuff like that, but it was different, right? Where you have gazillion people versus you have top 20 of the company, creme de la creme, people that have made it in this industry before us. Alex and I were just getting started in this industry. And but what I mean by that, this is the company where Alex had major breakthroughs. This is the time when I personally seen and witnessed people making gazillion. I mean, I'm not saying any specific numbers, but people were making $20, $30, $40,000 a month. And for me, at the time, I was making $60,000 a year, for crying out loud. This was insane. This was insane. So, ton of light bulbs was going off. And the breakthroughs that I've had is, again, the conversations with these people. And I said it right there and there. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do what my husband does, and I want to be supportive to him 1,000%. I want to be all in with him all the way. So not only I started to, engage myself with these people, I started to learn social media ways. And Alex is known to be a paid traffic guy. For me, it was important to learn all ins and outs on how to develop free social media skills so we can train our team to give them that training. And this is what I've developed. So from 2012 until today, I've been 1,000% committed to my husband and to the team support. Even though for the past 3 months I've been in hiatus, I've been kind of very quiet on social media, but needless to say, after our vacation that we're going literally in about less than 20 days, we finally have a dream. One of my biggest dreams to come true is to celebrate my birthday out and about, not just in America, but in Europe. Being that Alex and I come from Eastern Europe, we want to go back and, again, speaking we, I'm speaking French, meaning we, me, Anna. I wanted to celebrate my birthday in Europe. Specifically, I wanted to go to Paris, but Paris didn't happen, but we're going on a trip to 3 different countries, guys. All this because Alex committed himself to do whatever it takes to make my dreams come true, to make happen for my kids to never know the word, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. You know what I mean? So I cannot describe enough to you guys how grateful I am to be married to this amazing dude who, I mean, listen, everyone has their days, but I wanted to give the shout out to him once again. I recently did it on social, and I've gave him a shout out, and I'm giving it to him again right now in front of you guys, and I'm not afraid to do that. Because you know what? He has been dedicated to his team 1,000%. He's been grinding and hustling and is being there to his team to help them and support them in any way possible. But not only that, guys, at home, he's been dedicated husband. He's been dedicated father to 2 of his kids. I mean, what more can we ask for, right? But again, guys, what transformed my life is coming to the events, meeting people who have made it. And if you are questioning or you doubting yourself, why do you need to go there? Because you're going to be surrounded by the people who have made it. Meaning they are making money, they are supporting themselves and their families. They came out of their 9-to-5 grind, and you've heard the stories before me say that to you. Okay? We have Jared, we have Jason, we have Mark, right? We have Paulo, and we have Sylvia. I mean, guys, you've heard all these amazing guys who have given it to you, the stories that have helped them transform. And all that is due to coming to the life event. And I guarantee you guys, when you come to the life event, your life will be transformed. So without hesitation, buy that ticket, which is $100, guys. It really, there's nothing to it. You go to a grocery store and you spend not less than $100 just to buy junk food. Okay, so buy yourself a ticket. Find out if you cannot afford the room. Find out how can you share that room with someone. And we have Jason who's going to speak right after me. He is the guy who initially when I met him, who shared his room with other person who couldn't afford it, the entire amount. And this was then. And I'm going to have Jason explain that to you guys, how it works. It's really simple. All you got to do is, if you are a part of our Facebook group, it's just post a question and see if anyone else is willing to share and split the room cost with you. It really is about, making that effort of making it happen. And another thing I'm going to tell you guys, coming to Vegas from any part of the world is the easiest place to get to besides New York. It is the easiest place. And I would say it's not the most expensive at all. But needless to say, I'm going to also say, guys, I've been, being being humbled and grateful at the same time for everything that have happened to us for the past 5 years. And guess what? We are just getting started. Without further ado, Alex, I'm giving back the mic to you.
Well, I couldn't ask for a better resume that you just provided for me. But thanks for all the shout outs, Anna Z, my beautiful wife. Thanks for doubting me. Thanks for being skeptical, because you know what? That just gave me that fuel to succeed no matter what, just to prove you wrong.
But wait a minute, hold on. I forgot completely to say why I was doubting you. Because when you started in this industry in 2008, okay, it started from a bottle of semi-looking bottle like a wine, which was a juice, that we had to pay $150 for 4 bottles of juice. Like, seriously?
Believe me or not.
That is one of the reasons. The second reason is when all those order ships were coming in, and junk was piling in, just like, you know, the toys in our house, right? So what are we going to do? When we finally said enough with auto ships, we literally, about 2 years ago, threw out 4 black garbage bags. I think they are 30-gallon each, if not more. 4 garbage bags of all those auto ship products because A, we were not using them, B, they were expired. So, and you were joining company every 3 months under the sun. So why do you think I should give you my permission to do that stuff? If I wanted to buy a product, I'm going to go online on Amazon, or I'm going to go to the store and buy it. I don't need any company to ship me anything. And if I wanted to learn stuff, I'm going to learn it from the comfort of my own home. And that is the reason. So therefore, guys, you have everything in front of you guys laid out. And that is my mindset. And I don't force my mindset into anyone. But my vision is the products that the company offers, they're next level, guys. There's nothing like it. The leadership event that we went to in Mexico, which was in July, I believe, this was out of this world, guys. We went to a 4-star resort. Everything, every single need was mapped, guys. The specific place that we went to that was chosen by the management of the company was above and beyond. Every night we would come to our room and something special from Digital Altitude was there on our bed for us. I mean, where else can you get a treatment like that? So that's just an extra tip for you right there.
Or having a private pool in our villa right on.
That's right, having a private pool in our terrace, in our room, with oceanfront room. Anyways.
This company, guys, this company is gonna reward you with the ultimate lifestyle you can dream or imagine. And what I want to say also, what Anna touched base on, like auto ships and stuff like that. Guess what? There's no auto ships, so there's no boxes coming, but there's a transformation coming for you in Las Vegas, because the stuff you're gonna learn there, the stuff you're not gonna learn in school, you're not gonna learn in college, any traditional university, stuff like wealth preservation, how to really take your dynasty, if you will, to the next level. What you're gonna leave for your children and grandchildren? What are you gonna leave them? Like pile of bills, or you're gonna leave them really something that they can be proud of, and they can come back and say, you know what, because thanks to my grandma, thanks to my granddad, he did this. He went to Las Vegas back in 2016. He made that leap of faith, and he completely changed the history of our family life. This is what it's all about. This is the type of transformation I'm talking about. Not little tiny things like cars or houses or stuff like that. Stuff that you're gonna be remembered by the future generations. This is what it's all about. This is what drives me. So what I want to say, Anna talked about Jason, and Jason's going to share his story, how his transformation happened. He didn't have the money. He didn't have resources. He was just like me, like with maxed out credit cards when I started my journey online, right? And what he did to overcome those challenges, and where he's at right now, and the person that he became thanks to the decisions that he made a couple of years ago. So Jason, go ahead, man.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jason Moshwe, and before I go into my story of what Alex and Anna shared real quick here, as you start with your why and as you attend this event, everything will click, because as you know by now from everyone's results and stories that you've seen here, you can see the strong reason why this is your time and why you will have breakthroughs in your life and business. And so real quick, I want to go into my story here because I know you guys have been doing your thing here. I just want to let you know that when it comes to sacrifices, I'm also one that can speak to that, because I started this as a newbie in the online space in another company, and it was because of the things that I did to do whatever it takes to go to events, and I remembered my why, and I remember something very important, which is if your why doesn't make you cry, it isn't strong enough. And I want you to really remember that as you look at the things that you're passionate about, why you originally joined this business with us, whether you're new or you're thinking about it or you progress along the process, Do not let money be an excuse. Do not let your limiting beliefs or your belief in yourself stop you. The things that you're going to pick up from these events, the conversations that you're going to have in the halls at these events are going to make all the difference on why you originally want to do this and what your original passions are and what were your problems and pains that you have in your current life right now, and it'll all make sense. And so from my story point of view here, I had maxed out credit cards. I had to sell things to come up with the money and be really resourceful to do whatever it takes to get to the events. I had to be resourceful to share rooms with people that are in teams that I felt were trustworthy. I didn't just go get with anybody in any room here. Obviously, I had to make sure that I shared room with people that I'd got to know in the team. And that's another cool thing about having a team here, is that you get to have that camaraderie that really helps you see who you can trust, who you gel with, who you get along with. We all have different personalities and different cultures and different languages. I speak English and Japanese, so cool things I'll share about that. If you come to the event, I'll share about that story about how I know Japanese and what I did with that. But I just want to share with you guys that it's really important. So make sure that you click the button below here to buy your ticket and do whatever it gets to get there, because it's really important that you have your story. Everybody has a story, but you can have an even bigger story and bigger changes and breakthroughs as you do that. And just to add more to my story, it was really life-changing that I was able to really open my mind to things that I've learned beyond just the traditional network marketing space of personal development, but really to another level, that it's not just about the mechanics, but it's also about the success blueprint that we do right up here, the 6 inches up between here, and how to protect that, how to reset that blueprint, how to retrain your brain and connect with people who are having that success. Because do you want the 5 people that are going to influence your life that are all broke-minded or going through different stressful or have limiting beliefs, or do you want to be surrounded with the 5 best people in your life that are successful in the different areas of health, wealth, and life, and family, and spiritual and personal development? That's what you really need to focus on, because that's going to change your income. And another way that you're going to learn that from making these sacrifices like I did by going to these events is when you do that, you're also changing your inside more and more, and the way you change your inside more and more will also reflect the results that you get in your business. And it's a work in progress. I'll be real with you guys. It's going to have ups and downs. I have my ups and downs. I know Alex and everybody else on this panel, we all have our ups and downs in our business and our life, but guess what? It's because of the things that we've learned at the events, the people that we've connected with at the events, the people that we're helping, the things that we want to do in this world and impact in this world, and including ourselves, makes all the difference of why we keep going regardless of the challenges that we have. And so I want you to remind you of that, and I also want to just share with you that as you click on the link down below, it's really important that when you look at that situation, think about your family. I want you to look at the picture of your children. I want you to look at your bank account right now and what it's going to be over time. I want you to remember the things that you're going to learn, the connections and friendships that you're going to make as a lifetime. Guys, we're in this for the long haul. We're in this the long term, and we want a lifelong friendship program with people that we want to be around for a long time. If I want my children to be around your children, I want us to be able to get along with people that I love and care about. And I think that's going to be cool to see our children grow and watch our legacy as we help branch that off into them and help them have that, so they don't have to deal with all this rat race stuff and worry about who's going to be the next president and stuff like that. So really take these things to heart and mind, and remember your pains and remember your passions and where do you want to go now, so you can do that and take care of it. So I appreciate you and look forward to meeting you at the events.
Thanks, Jason. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. I saw your transformation in front of my eyes. You came to the first event. You were a sponge. You were following all of us in the footsteps, and now you are where you are right now. And this is why you never miss a single event, because this is what it's all about, transformation and changing people's lives. So I wanted to give you one more perspective before I pass the mic and let every other panelist to give you guys final thoughts and the homework for tonight. So I wanted to give you this thing. Think about this. If you really want to make money online that you want to make, whatever it is for you, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or $20,000 a month, or maybe it's $100,000 a month, you go to a place where people are making those things happen, where You hang out with people that actually making the money that you want to make. Because, for example, Mark, for example, he wanted to become a dentist surgeon, right? He didn't go to like Home Depot and ask the salesperson about like drills, right? To learn how to take out, wisdom teeth, right? He actually went to school and invested his time and $600,000 to become who he wanted to become in his profession, right? This is why you need to really get this. If you want to make money online, right? If you really want to succeed, if you really want to take your life to the next level, you must be there. You need to hang out with us, and that success is going to revolve onto you, right? You're going to learn the strategies that we use in our businesses to create multiple 6 figures a year and even multiple 7 figures a year. This is where magic happens. This is where the tires meet the road, right? This is where the rubber meets the road, and this is why this is the best opportunity for you, maybe of a lifetime, to get your life to that next level. And hey, maybe for single people, there's a side benefit to that as well, because you get to meet a lot of cool people as well, and can share tons of stories about that, about people sharing rooms and stuff like that, and really finding the other half, and which is really cool side effect of our events as well. So with that, I want to pass the microphone to everyone here to give potentially, I don't know how many people watching us, probably around 1,000 people, and I really want you guys to give that person homework and really call to action, what they really need to do right now. What's the most important thing for them to do right now? So let's start with Paula. Paula, if you can unmute yourself.
It's basically a very simple call of action. Click the link below. Meet us in Vegas. Like what Alex was saying, you got to hang around 6, 7, and 8 figure earners, guys. And if you were to learn how to make money, where'd you go? You go to people already doing that. And that's exactly what I've done 4 years ago. I'm not talking from a position of, look who I am. I'm talking from a position where I was broke 4 years ago. And let me tell you this. The event that I went to 4 years ago was in Miami. I'm in the UK, by the way, in London. I've never been to America, like Alex. And I'm not joking, Alex. You might not know this, but I was afraid of flying. I had everything going against me. My mentor calls me, come and meet me in Miami, and I go like, dude, I've just spent $5,000 going all in, and now you're asking me to go to America. I don't have that kind of money. That was my internal thinking. I didn't tell him this, but I put the phone down, and I told him, you know what, I'm going to be there. And I went to find the money. And then I had the second problem. I found the money, by the way. Don't ask me how, but I did find that money. And then I had the second problem. I was afraid of flying. And guess what? I jumped on that plane and I went on the 10-hour flight to the States because I knew if I went to that event, my life would change. I had no sales, by the way. I wasn't making any money yet. I was brand new in the industry. I was learning, but I was hungry. And I knew, because I was learning this mindset stuff, that my breakthrough would come from my position of conquering my fear. Guys, it's very important that you guys get this. I had people not telling me not to go. I had people going against me and say, don't do that, don't go, don't waste that money. And I had to raise my belief system. I had to believe that I was going to go there and something good would come out of it. And it paid off. Because after that event in Miami, my life changed. I came back and I quit my job within 3 months, guys. I'm not saying that's going to happen to everyone here. Don't go and quit your jobs. That's not what I'm saying. But I was hungry for a change because I knew there was something better. There was something better in life. I didn't come here just to work a 9 to 5 and pay my taxes, stay under the radar, be a good guy, be a good boy, and then just pay your taxes and then retire and die. I wasn't meant for that. And I know you're not meant for that either because you're here on this call. So guys, draw a line in the sand and say, no more, no more. I'm going to do this. But do it, do 100%. Go all in, go 100%, go to Vegas, come and meet us. I want to look in the eye and say you can do this also, because if you come, that proves to me you are serious. And it's all down to you now. It's your decision. You either got to not do anything about it, and you got to live your life, and you just go back to your work and just whatever, or you got to draw a line in the sand and say, you know what, if those guys in the panel can do it, and we from all walks of life, by the way, Alex is not even American. I'm not American. Sylvia's not American. I don't know about the others here, but Jared obviously is American and all that. So you guys have already, something good going for you. But what I'm trying to say is, there's no excuses. There's no excuses whatsoever. It's just the bullshit excuse that goes in your head. Kill that and just go for it. Go for your dreams. Come in, meet us. And I tell you what, it will change your life. So with that said, guys, that's me done for now. Alex, over to you and to the next panelist. Thank you for listening.
That's awesome, Paul. Thanks for your perspective, man. And Silvio, what you got to say, man?
Yeah, I just want to present my two business partners, my two kids, and if this was a scam, if this is a hype or something like that, this is the future for my kids, and if it's good for my kids, if I believe that they will have a really incredible future with this what we do, if it's good for my kids, I'm sure that it's good for you too. Okay, that's it.
Awesome, Celia. Awesome. I love when families come together and unite with one goal and one vision, and this is when the magic happens. This is when the true magic happens. So with that, I want to be mindful of the time, and I want to thank everybody who's watching us live. I want to thank every single panelist here with us who really took their time to really help people out there and inspire people to take action to change their life. So with that, I want you to click the green button below, get yourself and a spouse or a business partner to Las Vegas, meet us live, and change your life, because I can pretty much guarantee that's what's going to happen if you come there with open mind and ready for transformation. So with that, click the green button below this video, and we'll see you guys in Las Vegas. So with that, it's been awesome to hanging out with you guys, take massive action, and let's change some lives, man. So I'll see you guys. Click the green button, and we'll see you guys.